because I got something to say about this movie. I just saw the damn Last Jedi, and I'm not... Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, I ain't got a lot of setup to do this. I mean, I just do this on my PlayStation. And I know we got... camera's down here. I know I got on the screen, you see Star Wars Battlefront on the background. It's the only background I can come up with right now, but I have a strong opinion about Star Wars The Last Jedi. I got to give my review on it. I know other people have done this, but I've watched it. I grew up with Star Wars. I remember getting the Star Wars toys for Christmas. I remember Star Wars has always meant a lot to me. I'm not like a super fan though. Some people really go off the deep end with it, but I've been a fan of the movies. And in preparation of seeing this movie, I watched episode 4, 5, and 6, and 7, which I had no problem with episode 7, Force Awakens. Some people did, but I didn't have an issue with it. I thought it was a good, because it was about to take us into a new direction. And you don't have to do that. You don't have to watch, if you're going to watch The Last Jedi, you don't have to watch any other Star Wars movie ever. And the reason for that, I'm getting to it right now. This is all spoilers. There's going to be spoilers. So right now, I'm spoiling it. If you ain't seen the movie and you don't want to watch this, click off. Okay. The movie... I'm sitting there in the theater. I'm trying to give you what I went through. And I'm sitting there in the theater. I saw no reviews on it. I saw nothing about it. I just wanted to watch it for myself. Because I heard some bad thing. I heard that it wasn't getting good reviews. People didn't like it. But I also heard that about episode 7, and I ended up liking it. I also heard that about Rogue One. I liked Rogue One. I thought they were great stories. This one starts off, man, the next day. You had 2 years. Here's the problem. You had 2 years to put a gap there, but you start this movie off the next day after episode 7. And it starts off with Luke takes that lightsaber he had. Like I said, this is going to be spoilers. I'm just putting it out there. Luke takes that lightsaber he had, Anakin's lightsaber, the one that Obi-Wan gave him, a lightsaber Luke thought he was never going to see again because his hand got chopped off and the lightsaber was in Cloud City somewhere. Rey is standing in front of him holding the lightsaber to him, and he takes it, and the first thing he does is throws it over his back and walks away. That's exactly what this movie did to Star Wars. This movie is a big, giant 2.5 hours of a fuck you to Star Wars fans. Actually, just to anybody who has half a brain, period. This movie is a big, giant fuck you. Yeah, I know I flipped the camera off twice. I'm not getting paid by YouTube, so I can say whatever I want. I don't get paid by anybody. This game, I actually like this game. I'm putting this game in the background. This game has nothing to do with it. I'm just using it as a background. But why would I say that? Why would I think that? Well, let's see. Not only did that happen with Luke, they turned Luke into a big giant hermit idiot that is completely out of Luke's character. This isn't Luke Skywalker that you're watching this movie. If you're going to see this movie to go see Luke, he ain't in it. Mark Hamill showed up and Mark Hamill tried, but what he was given didn't work. You know, this movie, every turn it had, it flipped you the bird, man. Leia got sucked out into space, man. That scene where Kylo Ren was coming in and he was shooting at their ship. First off, let me back it up. First off, what happened? They go to take out a dreadnought, a big Star Destroyer. That scene was cool. I was okay with that. Then afterwards, the next scene, Leia's slapping Poe across the face because he got people killed. But wait a second, isn't Leia the one in charge? Why the hell is she slapping Poe when he says, no, let's do this? He's trying to convince her. She could have been like, dude, we're leaving. We're going to leave you behind if you don't hurry up. I don't know. This whole damn movie. Then, so everything that happened in episode 7 doesn't matter. Because then they just destroy that big Star Killer base. Why that didn't do nothing? They're spinning their wheels. They're right back where they were. So they're taking off, and they jump out of they go into light speed or whatever. They get out of it and they're like, all right, cool, we got away from them, but they can track them through light speed. Oh my gosh, because the big Snoke shows up, and they attack them. Ship gets hit, and this is the biggest damn guy. This is when I really kind of checked out. In the previews, Kylo Ren takes his thumb off the deal so he doesn't shoot his mama. But we all know, rest in peace, Carrie Fisher. She passed away in real life. 2 TIE fighters went in and blew up the thing. She gets sucked out into space. And it's showing her body there, and I remember thinking to myself, man, this is a nice way to send her off, you know, because she looks peaceful. She actually does look peaceful. Yeah, you don't want to see, it's tragic Carrie Fisher died, and you don't want to see Leia die, but you know that she's not going to be able to carry on the movie, so it's showing her, and it's showing her ice up a little, you know, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, man, this, I was about to tear up. I was like, what a way to send her off. I was expecting it to jump to the next scene, but it don't. It lingers on her body for a while, and then you see her fingers moving, and I'm like, why is her fingers moving? What are they doing? Then she puts her hand out and Mary Poppins her ass back into the ship. Why? How did that happen? She's never been forced, so what the hell? But then again, you got to remember this movie is a big fuck you to Star Wars fans, so there it is right there. Fuck you. Opens the airlock, goes right in the ship without anybody being sucked, you know. Anything. You see, it goes back to Rey. Luke is just not wanting to teach her. He's given up. He's an old hermit. I really was waiting for him to say, "Get off my lawn." Who in the hell? I did like the scene where he milked the. I didn't like the scene. It was kind of weird, but he milked this freaking alien thing, got the milk out of it, the green milk, and then he drank it. I didn't really care much for the scene. I was like, what the fuck's happening? But I like the look on Mark Hamill's face. While he's got the green milk oozing off his face, and he looks at the camera with this look like, yeah, that happened. I got green milk dripping off me. I just got it out this monster's titty, and I'm drinking it. What? Like he owned it. And that's the part I like. I like the way he brought his abilities, his acting abilities to this character. It's just, it wasn't Luke. I don't know who the hell it was. You know, the whole story is a damn mess. It's a giant FU to Star Wars fans. Rey never gets any training. She doesn't train. You thought in episode 7 she was going to Luke to train? Ha! No. Remember? Big middle finger to Star Wars fans. Episode 1 doesn't matter. The Phantom Menace doesn't matter. Episode 2, 3, those trilogies, that don't matter. 4, 5, 6, that doesn't matter. Hell, even the movie that Disney put out before this doesn't matter because you're a stupid Star Wars fan. That's what this movie's screaming at you the whole time. Nothing matters. You know, when Leia was brought back into the ship, she passed out. She's unconscious now for most of the damn movie until up to the end. That would have been the time to get it. I don't know. You know, and then you have Finn and this Asian chick who I could care less about because this movie doesn't care about me or you. So why should I care about any new character you're trying to bring into the story? They go on a political... I don't know what the hell. Honestly, they during that entire side story, they went to some casino and rescued some animals. For the first time ever in my entire life, now I have seen every single Star Wars movie in the movie theater, except for the original trilogy. I saw them when they were remastered and put out again. But from that point on, when they remastered 4, 5, and 6, I went to the theaters and seen them. Not once in a Star Wars movie did I ever get up to go get more popcorn and soda, which is exactly what I did during that scene. This is how bad this movie is. This is how much, because seeing Luke throw that lightsaber over his shoulder, seeing Leia just woo back in, was like, no. Something's wrong here. Let's get the Snoke. All they had to do, you know, this dude, I keep calling him, I want to call him Snark. Snoke. All he is so powerful. Well, how powerful is him? Is him? Let's see. He took over Ben Kenobi. I keep calling him Ben Kenobi. Ben Solo, my bad. This is live. This is just my straight up. Like I'm talking to y'all. Ben Solo turned him to Kylo Ren without even touching him, just getting into the dude's mind. Far away. In the movie, when Rey, who has absolutely no Jedi training whatsoever, 2 days before this, she just found a lightsaber, Anakin's lightsaber, Luke just gave her 3 pieces. He said he's going to give her 3 pieces of advice. He didn't give her 3 pieces of advice. He told her like 2 things and then like walked away. Jedi's got to die. This damn movie. I'm fucking pissed. Like, I thought I could just get this out. I actually had talking points. I'm dropping my stuff. I had talking points I wanted to do. I had them, but I can't. I'm just getting mad talking about this. You know. Forget Snoke. Who cares? Who cares about what his name is? Because they killed him. No backstory. No reason to tell how this person got to be such high power that he created the First Order and took over, you know, Ben Solo to become Kylo Ren. It is Ben Solo. Well, who cares anymore? Who cares? Because nothing matters in Star Wars anymore after this movie came out. Nothing matters. He took him over, but who cares, man? Because they just kill him off, dude. The little lightsaber right to the side, like while he is literally making Force lightning come out of nowhere, and he's throwing Rey around like she's nobody, because she really isn't. So she doesn't have any Jedi powers. She just is strong with the Force. She's not a Jedi. She has nothing. She has no. But yet she's able to beat Kylo Ren. I don't get what the hell they're doing. She has had no training through this whole damn movie. And he's throwing her around like a rag doll. He has her where Snoke is monologuing. And Kylo Ren makes a little thing like that. Like he's making a little, you know, he's crossing his fingers like he's about to tell a lie, but he's got his fingers crossed. And using that, he turns Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber towards Snark, which is set by his chair, which Rey tried to take, by the way, and he just went. He didn't even put his hand out. He just looked at her like, really, and made it come back to him. He was like, "That's staying right there." It twisted towards him, lit up, and cut him in half. He's dead. The First Order is being destroyed left and right. I'm not the First Order, but the rebels, because their plan from this leader that they bring out, her plan is to run in a straight line until they finally run out of gas and die. And when Poe wants to know what the hell's going on, he gets bitch slapped and told, "Son, take a seat." Pretty much she didn't have a plan and he was trying to fix it, which came up to that side quest with Finn and that chick I don't care about. I don't even know her name. Who cares? Nothing was important in this movie. Nothing. This movie didn't follow the laws of Star Wars. This movie didn't follow the laws of physics. This movie didn't even, it didn't care about it. Not it made up its own rules. It didn't care about anything. It didn't even care about you. This movie just flat out didn't care. That's how I felt walking around in circles like that. You cannot do this. I mean, Luke had no point in here. And then when Rey went down to the little deal, because there's apparently a dark hole that has dark force, and she went towards it, and oh my God, you didn't even try to resist it. Well, she doesn't know what she's doing because she literally just found out about the force a day ago. Because instead of your crawl that goes across, catching people up what happened in between the movies, no, it's the next fucking day. I'm sorry, I'm mad. This is so bad. This is just terrible. And then when Luke comes out, okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Those stupid little pog things, those little stupid pogues, whatever they are, I hated them. The only time I liked them is when Chewbacca bitch slapped one off his console. And you know, Luke didn't seem to even care about Han. He didn't even seem to care about, you know, nobody cared about nothing. This movie didn't care about you. And the thing is just watching this movie, man, I've never been so angry at a Star Wars movie before. I never felt like, there's been some, I mean, the Star Wars movies are flawed, but it's always like you watch them like, yeah, it's a Star Wars movie. This one, what the hell were y'all thinking? How did you screw this up? It was set up so perfect for you guys. All you had to do, talk a little bit about Rey's background and give her some training, have Luke train her to be a Jedi. Make Kylo Ren a scary mofo. Go into why Snark is doing what he's doing. Those are the three things you had to do. That's it. Have Phasma come after Finn, and then they could have their epic fight. What we got in this movie was a 2-second pop, pop, Phasma's dead. You killed off probably one of your best. She's a very interesting character. I don't know why they killed her off the way they did. She could have lived. It just doesn't make any sense. She could have made it to the third movie and have this Finn and Phasma thing just continue on, but that's not what they did. It just sucks. The whole movie sucks. After the whole lightsaber battle, here's the one thing that goes out. The rebels decide that they're going to shoot the little rockets out. Or what her plan was we're going to go to that rebel planet right there, and we're going to evacuate to that planet, because while she's trying to come up with this plan, the rest of the rebel ships are getting blowed up, and this is the only one left. And now we're going to that planet. It's like she made this up as she went along. Horrible leadership from this girl. At least Poe tried to do something to save people's lives. This girl did nothing. More people died under her leadership. Now you can argue that he got them killed because he sent them to the Finn and that Asian chick to the Starkiller Bay, because they had to go to some casino, do some BS. You know what? You've already seen the damn movie, dude. What the hell is going on with Star Wars? You can argue that he got him killed, but really, honestly, it was that girl's lack of leadership, the one that took over Leia's job. I don't even care what her name is, because she's dead too. They killed her too. They disrespected Luke. They disrespected Leia. They disrespected the Star Wars franchise, and they disrespected the fans. This entire movie was a giant fuck you to the fans. It was. Look. You know, even the ending, dude. There's like maybe what, 5, 10 freaking rebels left. And Luke goes out there and the lamest, I mean, when I first saw him, I was all like, what did he do? Did he stop by the freaking intergalactic barbershop on the way there and was like, hey, can you cut up my beard and put some dye in it and, you know, give me a little haircut trim on the top, and could you dye that too? I'm looking a little gray here. I've been sitting on an island just feeling sorry for myself for the past, I don't know, 30 years. because he was all dolled up, all made up. He goes out there and fights Kylo Ren, but he doesn't fight him because he's just force projecting himself, giving them time to get away, even though he doesn't know how they're going to get away. He doesn't know. He's just trying to buy them time to come up with something. And all of a sudden, Rey's there, showed up in the Millennium Falcon shooting people with Chewbacca. But the last we saw Rey before that, and Kylo Ren, who's also there at the last battle, they were having a tug of war with the damn Anakin's lightsaber and broke it in half. We never saw what happened after that. We saw BB-8 take over, I think they're called Imperial Walkers. The AT-STs, or I can't think of their name. I don't know what their designated is. What does it matter no more? Because nothing Star Wars matters after this movie. Nothing matters, obviously. But BB-8 takes this thing over, gets the top ripped off so you can see it's BB-8 controlling it. And he's over there shooting freaking stormtroopers. So Finn and Asian chick can get out and leave. And honestly, the only thing that scene was missing was R2-D2 showing up with a .50 caliber welded to his head, and C-3PO manning it going, his little mouth like, oh my, yeah, .50 caliber. What does it matter, dude? This movie doesn't even care about Star Wars. Put a .50 caliber on the top of R2-D2's head and have C-3PO shooting up stormtroopers like Rambo. That's all that scene was missing, dude. It was just ridiculous. This whole movie was fucking ridiculous. I have never been so mad. Because this movie, like, seriously. And then the movie ends with them just getting away, and you see that you know, Rey has the books. And then the Yoda that showed up in this movie too. Who the hell is this guy? He doesn't even look like Yoda. His head's all messed up. He's a big old freaking pumpkin head Yoda. And he's all the silly Yoda that was testing Luke in Empire Strikes Back is the Yoda we get when that's not really Yoda. Who is this? Because Yoda only acted like that for a minute, and that's when it dawned on me, these motherfuckers never even seen Star Wars that made this movie. The people, wasn't it Ryan Johnson? The hell with you, dude? You wrote and directed this movie, and it was approved by Disney and Lucasfilms. There's one, and this, I'm just going to get this point out, and I'm going to end this. But there's one scene in this movie that just summed up the entire experience, the entire thing. This entire movie is summed up in one scene, and they did it, and they put it in that movie. You see, when the rebels went to that little salt planet, and that big thing that came down, like Optimus, looked like Optimus Prime's freaking mouth, and remember old school, remember you talk like, oh, I'm Optimus Prime. It looked like that. That door came down, and that whole scene right there. And before Luke astro projected his body out there to buy him time, which was a cool, like, the visual effects were good. It looked like a good movie. It sounded like a good movie. It just, what the hell was with this? Like, I want to say it sounded, the score was good in this one, but dude, when I came back with my popcorn, no joke, after that casino scene, I sat down. The dude and his family next to me got up, left, and I never saw them again. People in front of me got up, walked out, and I never saw them again. When the movie theater lights came on, I realized it was just my wife, myself, my 2 kids, and maybe like 10, 12 people behind us. Everybody else got up and walked out of the movie theater. And I wanted to, but I'm the kind of person, if I pay money to see a movie, I'm going to see it all the way through. I never walk out. That just seems like a waste of money for me. Because they don't give you your money back when you walk out. At least I don't think you do. Maybe you can argue with them, but I paid to see the movie, and I paid to torture myself, and that's what I did. But this movie can be summed up in that one scene where they're in there and they're calling for help. Now see, let me set this up for you. The First Order doesn't run the galaxy. The First Order's trying to take over everything. That's what I got out of episode 7. The galaxy has to hate the First Order because they took that planet and destroyed an entire solar system. Everybody should hate the First Order. Nobody should be liking the First Order. But when the rebels, the people who are fighting them, get dwindled down and need support from anyone, and they send the distress signal out for their allies to come, nobody answers. Because nobody cares. And that is the perfect scene for this movie. I don't know if they did this on purpose, but that's a perfect analogy for this entire movie. You see, all we wanted was a good Star Wars movie. All we wanted was to see this, this, and this. All we wanted was a damn Star Wars movie, period. And what's his name? Rian Johnson and with Disney behind him and Lucasfilm to his side looked right at you while you were calling out for the next movie and said, we don't care. We don't care what you want. We just want your money. We're going to slap Star Wars on whatever we want, and we know you dumbasses are going to buy it. That's exactly what this movie, the heart and soul of this movie is. You see, we're calling out, and they don't care. I think that scene is just perfect. Oh, sorry, I got my alarm going off. That scene is perfect. Because I left the movie theater. I literally sat here in this chair for a long time and just thought about what I just saw. Like, I was in shock. I was in complete shock and disbelief. It's not hard to make a Star Wars movie, man. There's a formula to this, and it was set up perfectly from the last movie. All you had to do, well, you ain't gonna do that because you don't care. You don't care. You can give two craps what anyone thinks, and it's obvious now. And I just spent 2.5 hours watching Disney and Lucasfilms scream, fuck you, to me and to everybody else. That's why they got up and left. People didn't want to put up with that. I just watched that happen. And not only are they saying fuck you, the dude who made this movie, they licensed him to make 3 more. Yeah, after episode 9, which I don't know what they're going to do because this hot mess ain't going to... Episode 9's coming, whether you want it to or not. And there's going to be a 10, 11, and 12, and this dude that made this one is going to be making 10, 11, and 12. And that's what Disney thinks about you. That's what Lucasfilm thinks about you. It was literally watching like a piece of me, like my spirit, just get slowly murdered for 2.5 hours until it's dead. And now, honestly, for the first time in my life, I don't care about Star Wars. It literally killed it for me. There's a Han Solo movie coming out, and I don't want to see it. I really don't want to. I don't want to support this. There's an Obi-Wan Kenobi movie coming out. I don't want to see it. I don't want to support this. I'll see it for free, but I ain't going to buy this shit. I ain't supporting this. I really want to see a Darth Vader movie, be honest with you. More than anything else, I want to see a movie about Darth Vader struggling with his suit and the Emperor and going on a mission and doing, you know what I mean? But if that movie was to be made instead of coming out tomorrow, I wouldn't go see it after The Last Jedi because I'm not supporting this. They are really going to have to course correct to bring me back. This movie, The Last Jedi, is to the Star Wars franchise what Batman and Robin is to the Batman franchise. It is that bad. And as a fan, I don't know how. Well, I do know how. They just wanted money and they don't care about you. Dude, I'm going to keep episode 7 in my head and pretend like this movie never happened. I still got my old Star Wars movies. I'm going to watch them. But I ain't moving forward with this. Episode 7 where it stops, and I'll just fill in the rest of the gaps myself, because this episode 8 was crap. And I'm not going to see episode 9 when it comes out. I'm not going to see the Solo movie, and I'm not going to see the Obi-Wan movie. And if they come out with the Darth Vader movie, I won't see it either. I'll wait. And when it's on a streaming deal, and watch it for free. Because I'm not throwing money at Star Wars. For the first time in my life, I will not pay money. Shut up, phone. I will not go to the movie theater and spend money on Star Wars anymore. That's me personally. You do what you want to do. I had to get this out because this is how strongly I felt. And I know it's late, but I just recently saw this movie. And oh my God, dude. 2.5 hours of A. Fuck you. And I just had to say something about it, man. Don't see this movie. Don't support this movie. Don't buy this movie on DVD. That's my message. If you do, that's cool. You like it? You like it. This is how I felt. You feel you. You be you. This is just how I felt. And I'm just expressing my opinion. You can have your own opinion. That's fine. You know, but this is just how I feel about it. There was no story. It was a big political message just thrown right in the middle of the damn movie, which, you know what? Our politics don't belong in Star Wars, because Star Wars, I don't know if you've been watching it. I mean, seriously, dude, Johnson, have you ever seen a Star Wars movie, dude? They have enough politics going on in that movie. They don't need our politics in there. They got enough problems with their politics of their own. We don't go to those movies to see this. Quit putting your message in these damn movies, man. Make a story and don't worry about that. Because you turned Rey into who cares? Like, seriously, she's lifted all those rocks to get all those rebels out when she doesn't even know jack shit about the Force. Well, now she has the Jedi's book, so she's got all the books. So Jedi's for Dummies, that's how she's going to learn. She's going to teach herself. Yeah, forget about one of the most powerful Jedis out there, Luke Skywalker, going to teach her. Nah, you know what? Okay. I'm just so pissed. I'm so fucking pissed that this goddamn movie even fucking came out and was approved. But that's it. If I go smashing something, I can't see the comments because I'm just doing this real quick. I got other stuff to go do. I just want to put this out there. You guys take care. Like I said, if you liked the movie, you liked it. If you didn't like it, that's fine. I didn't like it. It pissed me off and ruined Star Wars for me. But if you liked it and you want to continue watching the Star Wars and supporting this, go ahead. I am saying not to do that. But if you do, hey man, like I said, you always be you. You be true to yourself. This movie wasn't true to Star Wars, and that's what pissed me off about it. But you be true to yourself. You do you. I'm going to take off. I got things to do. I had to get this out. Look, I've never made a video like this. I've never even made a video like this before. And I had to do this. That's how strongly I feel. But you know what? All right, I already been saying my goodbyes. Don't want to drag it out. This little robot over here, he's right there. He's walking. He's getting bored. So, all right. Y'all take care, man. Maybe 2x1, fading out.